During the last few years, the use of Airbnb has exploded internationally. And although the popularity of this company is constantly growing, there are some pretty troubling issues with Airbnb that many people do not know about. Now, I'm not saying that every single person who uses Airbnb experiences problems. However, the company has made headlines several times because of disturbing events. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Glory Investing Show. In our today's video, I'm going to tell you about the controversial history of this company. However, before we go any further, make sure you subscribe to Glory Investing Show and don't forget to hit that bell icon so you never miss any updates. Oh yeah, and just to let you guys know, if you would like to buy some awesome trading merch, check out www.incomeaddict.shop. There's a ton of different things you can purchase. You can use the code ADDICT at the checkout if you want to receive a discount. Now, without further ado, let's get into this. Well, we will start with a little introduction to this company. It is basically an American company that operates an online marketplace for lodging, primarily house stays for vacation rentals as well as tourism activities. It is based in San Francisco in California, and you can access the platform via the website as well as a smartphone app. It is important to note that the company doesn't own any of the listed properties and it earns profit by receiving commission from each booking. It was the year 2008 when Brian Chesky, Nathan Blecharczyk, and Joe Gebbia founded the company. Airbnb has already received tons of criticism for possibly driving up home rents and creating nuisances for those living near leased properties. Now, let's talk about the controversial history of this company. It all started back in the year 2016 when former Attorney General Eric Holder was hired to help craft an anti-discrimination policy for the company. Well, the company had faced several complaints related to racism. It is worth noting that Airbnb has faced several complaints of racial discrimination in listings in China. And a study conducted by Harvard Business School found that numerous hosts discriminated against guests whose names suggested that they were black. Another thing for which the company has been criticized is housing affordability. Many believe that Airbnb has resulted in increased housing prices. In fact, reports suggest that several governments have already passed regulations limiting operations of short-term housing rental companies like Airbnb. The housing affordability issue even led to protests in San Francisco in 2015. Back in October 2019, a Vice News journalist reported on a bait-and-switch scam. This scam included a network of fake accounts that advertised stays at several properties across 8 cities in the United States that once booked was said to be unavailable to the last minute. According to the journalist, substandard alternatives were offered and refunds were refused. The journalist also found that fake reviews were left for the fake properties. Moreover, negative retaliatory reviews were left for customers who complained. In response to this report, the FBI started an official investigation and Airbnb closed some of those fake accounts. Now, this one is pretty shocking and horrifying. According to a report published by The Guardian on June 16th of this year, an Australian woman was raped at knife point in an Airbnb apartment in New York. Reports suggest that she has received a secret settlement of $7 million. The settlement includes restrictions on what she can say about the incident. The Guardian's report states, the 29-year-old was attacked on a property near the tourist magnet and central Manhattan crossroads of Times Square early on New Year's Day in 2016, Bloomberg Businessweek reported, prompting the swift intervention of a dedicated Airbnb crisis management task force. The report also revealed that the apartment had been advertised on Airbnb even though most short-term rentals are illegal in New York. According to Bloomberg Businessweek's report, the team relocated the woman to a hotel, paid for her mother to fly in from Australia, flew them both home, and offered to cover any health or counseling costs. The report also states Ben Brait, an Airbnb spokesman, says that the company doesn't have the power to keep stories out of the media and that, despite the wording of the settlement agreement, the woman is able to discuss whether she holds anyone responsible. Shockingly, the company routinely spends millions of dollars each year in order to legally resolve such incidents with customers. On the other hand, a report published by Business Insider on June 16th of this year revealed that many former Airbnb employees have said that the company deals with thousands of sexual assault allegations each year. They also said that the vast majority of these cases never make it into the public eye. The investigation has revealed new details about how the company has used monetary settlements and legal tactics to avoid lawsuits and negative news reports. The report states, Airbnb spends about $50 million a year trying to make things right for guests and hosts who have had bad experiences. The company told Bloomberg fewer than 0.1% of stays involve safety issues, that most payouts deal with claims of property damage, and that six-figure payouts are exceptionally rare. Yes, 0.1% seems less. However, you also need to consider that more than 193 million nights were booked in 2020 alone. This means that around 193,000 Airbnb stays were involved in safety incidents. A report published by Bloomberg showed that the company has avoided scrutiny for serious incidents involving listings, hosts, and guests, including several claims of sexual assault and even a murder case. The company includes a non-disclosure agreement in each case it settles. Well, this prevents people from talking about their experiences. And this is one of the many reasons why you haven't heard about these Airbnb scandals before. Back in March of 2020, it was reported that a sub-district court ruling in the Netherlands found instances of Airbnb charging twice. The company charged once from the guest and once from the host. According to the sub-district court, it was illegal and the people who had rented the property have a right to reimbursement if they file a claim. However, the company spokesperson stated that this ruling is contrary to the ruling of the highest European judge. The European judge decided that this company is basically an information service and it is not a real estate agent. According to various estimates, nearly 30,000 customers are eligible to make a claim. And back in the year 2011, a host in San Francisco blogged about her house being destroyed, ransacked by the guests. The host said that after returning to her house, she found that the guests had trashed her clothes, burned her stuff, and even smashed a hole through a locked closet door. The guests stole her credit card, laptop, hard drives, passport, and her grandmother's jewelry. The host later revealed in a follow-up post that one of the co-founders of the company contacted her and instead of offering support, asked her to remove the story from her blog. Well, the hashtag RansackGate was soon trending on Twitter, and the result was a public apology from Chesky and the $50,000 damage guarantee for hosts. Bloomberg Businessweek report revealed surprising information about Airbnb's safety team. According to the report, this team is made up of about 100 agents in Dublin, Montreal, Singapore, and other cities. Team members have the autonomy to spend whatever it takes to make a victim feel supported. A former agent who was at Airbnb for 5 years describes the approach as a shooting the money cannon. The team has relocated guests to hotel rooms at 10 times the cost of their booking, paid for round-the-world vacations, and even signed checks for dog counseling sessions. So what do you think about the safety team of the company, and what are your thoughts about these scandals related to the company? The company has now updated its terms of service. The company announced on August 13th of this year that it would no longer compel sexual assault claims for Airbnb hosts or guests against Airbnb into arbitration. Well, that would be all for today's video, and thanks for watching it. If you liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And also, don't forget to share your thoughts and valuable feedback with us in the comment section below. Lastly, if you have not already subscribed to Glory Investing Show, subscribe to it and press that bell button so you'll be notified each time we upload an interesting video on this channel. And while you're here, click to watch one of these two videos that are appearing on your screen. We'll see you there. Take care and stay tuned.